Herbert Glenn.
Good afternoon, family. My name is Herbert D. Glenn, and I reside at 32 Norwood Street. I am the president and CEO of WeCarePartners, which is a public awareness community resource and a 501c3 initiative. Our organization has been in existence since 2010, providing a new direction and leadership. WeCarePartners Incorporated has been active as an advocate for health and wellness, education reform, and community redevelopment, providing multimedia and marketing tools to reach the lifestyles of disenfranchised citizens. WeCarePartners Incorporated and our affiliates began a project called the Responsible Citizenship Crusade on July 2nd, 2011. With this effort, we continue to make a positive investment in our neighborhoods, providing outreach and grassroots initiatives. Our mission is to help to provide the one message, one voice effort that Tracy Rogers mentioned in his opening remarks. Luke and Matthew 4:4 states, "It is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of God." And as we continue to develop effective ways to represent the best interest in our lives, there is truth that here in America, it is in God that we trust. Water is the most precious commodity known to man. The management of the Newark Adirondacks and water treatment process is under grave scrutiny. The current existence of a nonprofit organization that was encouraged to be a way to safeguard the property from seizure has become a potential threat, conducting itself in a manner that is suspect to abuse. There are activities that we have uncovered that may have a potential purpose for litigation, raising controversy against the members of this very council if it does not act immediately on the concerns that we provide for you today. There are a number of discrepancies as to the contractual agreements that involve the Newark watershed and the city of Newark. If the four walls that carry the profound history of this legislative body were to cry out, they would echo the same message that many other groups that we partner with are saying. The city of Newark needs to have full ownership of its water. WeCarePartners is in support of the City Council and commend the effort to take back control of the management of the water and return the full responsibility of its management and revenues back into the hands of the governing body that we can trust to have the integrity to use the funds appropriately and fairly. Not having control places the Newark water into jeopardy and could cause loss of revenue and regulatory penalties where the city will be held liable for haphazard spending sprees with very little oversight. We will first define our account of the organizational framework involving the bylaws and trustee assignment. It clearly states that there are 2 council members allotted for the board, which are selected by the council body, to which there is currently only 1 elected member and 1 seat held by a former council person, which should be allotted to a standing council person. There is a blatant disparity between the bylaws and the certificate of incorporation, where they show a difference to the selected number of members representing a quorum percentage. A letter sent by the state comptroller indicates that the city does not give sufficient information to consider the Watershed Corporation as an extraordinary services contract or a no-bid contract. In the January 2011 minutes, there is reference to the 2009 audit report where it states that the Watershed Corporation experienced a deficit in 2009 associated with the possible formation of the Municipal Utilities Authority and other related expenses. The report also mentioned in 2010 there was a $500,000 surplus. Funds unlawfully used for the creation of an MUA without consent of Newark City Council is also shown in this report. These funds could have been used by the city that continues to suffer a financial crisis. Financial investments were also made in marketable securities that were sold for a loss in 2009. Other numerous financial discrepancies are listed in the January minutes. The state comptroller sent a letter stating all budgetary matters should be placed on a website. A motion was passed at the regular meeting of the Watershed Corporation with the trustees agreeing on the process. Full implementation of transparency has not been done. The city and the council are allowing the Watershed Corporation to incur regulatory penalties that could cause more negative liability to the city. Contractual agreements between the Watershed Corporation and the city states that the Watershed Corporation is to provide any information requested by the city within 24 hours notice. The Watershed Corporation sued the city to show just cause for their request. Legal counsel for the Watershed Corporation filed court proceedings against the City of Newark to halt any development of an investment committee. We recommend that the City Council immediately appoint a replacement for its allotted council person to the Board of Trustees to the Watershed Corporation, which will replace the former council person to balance the board with 2 council persons and 2 appointees by the mayor until other replacements are found. We concur that Newark needs to keep control and bring in a management company with the expertise and equipment to facilitate a more managed turnaround of the watershed operations. It is important that the Newark City Council complies with the New Jersey mandate and starts the bid process for a successor to handle the operations and provide complete oversight of its activities as we move forward to a future agreement to provide a transparent relationship with a designated management company. A structured order of personnel is provided in the Newark One Voice overview. We respectfully urge the governing body of this city to take immediate action and begin the process to stop the abuse of its responsibility and concern to represent the people of this great city fairly and honestly. Our effort to work toward better fiscal management and ensure employment for the residents of Newark with a better system of support for our most treasured assets is a vital decision that this body of elected officials will have to make this course. We are in support of the effort that this council has made to remedy the problem and stand dedicated to the idea of having a better system of return on the revenues and management of the Newark watershed properties and maintenance operations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time and interest in our presentation. Together, we can all make the difference.
Thank you,
Let's
sir.
go to work.